Is this another collaboration between two artists again?
It's actually between three artists. So it's Aerosol Kingdom, who did the owl, and then Routine Cyrock, who's part of the Routine crew, and the individual's name is Cyrock, and then Taste Burns.
That's a sick name. So, hey, this is Comedians Talk Art. We're looking at street murals with Yana from Denver Graffiti Tour.
We're going to talk about art.
Johnny, what's your experience like with art? Do you often go to galleries, museums, things like that?
Absolutely not.
Why not? All right, now who's this figure in the middle?
It's Lady Justice.
Yeah, it's Lady
Never heard of her.
It's
I don't know if
Lady
that's the right term.
Justice.
It's Lady Justice.
You are correct.
I love that it has a scale because I always imagine you put your coins in there. Because you can
To get justice. That's what Lady Justice actually wants. She wants some money. Lady Justice wants money, actually. That's what it.
That's how you get the. That's how you get the best justice.
That's
you
how
gotta
the
pay
justice
for it.
works in our country, right? How much justice do you want?
Right.
Come on.
I'll close my eyes. I won't even look.
That's good. That's America for you. Let's go, baby.
And the most interesting thing about her that I discovered when I was researching this mural is we have always seen Lady Justice as blindfolded, right? Because that's supposed to represent the idea of she's blind, so she's fair, it doesn't matter what gender, what color you are, etc. But the truth is, until the 16th century, Lady Justice was portrayed without a blindfold. And then somebody wrote the equivalent of an op-ed back then that said justice is not fair, she's blind. And then over the next decades, it turned so that blindness actually meant equality and fairness.
We were just talking about that. I was like, why don't we see conservative artists or Republican artists? What are they gonna paint?
Money.
Now, is this a piece commissioned by Denver?
We actually do the thing where you talk about the idea of commissioned art, which somebody actually has paid you for and solicited your artwork to do. There's by permission, which means the building owner just gave you permission to paint, and then illegal art, which obviously we all know what that's. Buildings here, businesses do commission art on their own that they want to actually have like represent their brand or represent their...
Let me ask you this. Is that what the difference is between street art and graffiti?
So we like to say that under street art is spray paint, and then under spray paint is either muralism or graffiti. So murals are when it's, like when we were looking at the murals before, it's an abstract, a child, or an animal that we recognize from art galleries and museums, whereas graffiti is always lettering.
Now we're in this is Art Alley, right? And this is the part of Denver where I could afford nothing here.
That is correct.
But I do like seeing the free art.
Depending upon which study you look at, Denver is actually either one of the top 5 most expensive cities or the top 10 most expensive cities. In some of the studies, it beats New York City, but makes up for it to spend $3,000 a month for an apartment to get free art.
Now, Yana, can you tell us about this art right here? Is this like...
It's a statement on society and how we're no longer considerate of or compassionate for other people.
That is a huge...
Interestingly enough, a lot of people on my tour, the men mostly, don't recognize what it is.
No, I've had sex with a snake before. I get it.
Right?
I thought it was a Texas Longhorn symbol.
This one's like iconic.
I would agree. One of the reasons is again, that lifespan of a mural. So it had been up for a really long time, which is why people thought it was fair game to tag it. In fact, the reason why the tags got covered up is because Crema was going to take it down, but decided it was too important of a statement, so they left it up. It actually was painted and put up long before the Supreme Court leak of the brief on Roe v. Wade and long before that decision, so they were prescient about that.
Okay, so I want to ask you my actual single favorite street art, and I don't even know why it is. It's right around this corner.
I was planning on taking you guys.
Really? I've always wanted to learn about it. This is like, I can't even put into words why I love it so much, and I'm probably not going to have anything funny to say. But this one, yeah, this is it. This is it.
Mosaic emoji wheel?
Yeah, I've never, first of all, like just texturally, I've never seen an artist like try and recreate mosaics, and it's like hyper detailed with like the eyes and other places, and then it also has like some strange, like unique, novel meanings that appear to be here, and I don't know, like every time I see this one, it just like so impresses me, so moves me, and I'm like, whatever this is it.
This is it?
Whatever it is, like whatever art is to me, like this is fucking it. What do you have to say?
I'm not as passionate.
Yeah. Well, what do you get when you see it?
It seems like a lot of work. I'm a tired old
Like
man.
visually impressive, you mean? Like visually?
No, I immediately go to, like, because it looks like he just used like a square chalk and just kind of
Yes,
did that.
Believe it or not, if you go up close to it, you'll actually see every single one of those squares is a brush stroke. So it took even more time than
wow.
you think because they weren't using sort of a stamp or anything like that. And I talked to one of the artists, Plush, which is Andy Todaro, and she said this took over 590 hours to complete.
Oh, wow.
That's probably why I love it. Because it
'Cause you
just
know
looks like a labor of love. Like it doesn't look like, oh, like, you know, here's like a quick little thing I'm working on. This is like, I went all in on this. Or I didn't do it, I mean, they went all in on it.
The other artist, Jonathan Saez, he was the main artist, and he's one of Denver's really well-known fine art artists. And he likes to describe his style as apocalyptic, the world is ending, mixed with optimistic irreverence. So it's kind of perfect for you guys.
Juggernaut.
So see the two frames on the top right corner, and then over here he has a 5-second song CD. So he kind of encourages people to take these off the wall and take them home.
I'm going to take a Juggernaut.
There's an example of Life for Sharks that he normally does. So he does spray paint sharks like that.
Oh, that reminds me of Street Sharks.
What, that one?
Yeah. With the hammerhead one, they were just roided out shark men, but you could tell they were cool because they wore jeans.
Yeah, and they had the cut-off sleeves.
They're the
Did
cut-off
they do motorcycles?
No, those are the mouse.
Okay, that was right. That's
Biker mice from Mars. Yeah, I love Street Shark so much that there was like this hammerhead one, and I like identified with him, and I for real thought when I was a kid I was gonna grow up to be him. Like I thought I was like, oh, I'll do this human thing for now.
But I'm
And
going to
then-
become a hammerhead.
Yeah, like right around 15, 16, I'll become a hammerhead Street Shark.